Hi again. Lofty Wiseman is, of course, best known for his books on survival, the first of which was a number one bestseller. And then he wrote Urban Survival and the book on surviving in vehicles, wilderness, that kind of thing. And then, of course, we've reviewed Who Dares Grins, which is his sort of semi-autobiographical, but highly funny account of his career. Now, the book we're talking about today, Operation Lavivrus, it takes Lofty into the world of adventure fiction, and the story is set during the 1982 Falklands War. And the main character, Tony Watkins, is a staff sergeant in 22 SAS. And they're given a mission to go into mainland Argentina. The book opens with Lofty going down to a secret research establishment where they have developed a specialized piece of jamming equipment. And he's fully briefed on that. And this is what they're going to insert into an Argentinian airbase. There's two main sections of the book which I thought were particularly interesting. One, it takes you through the mission preparation, the planning, the briefings, the rehearsals, the equipment prep prior to a mission, just how thoroughly this is done. And this is an aspect which is not often portrayed in movies or in books. You know, the guys just get a phone call and next thing they're on an aircraft and they're parachuting somewhere. Whereas in reality, obviously, there's a lot of contingencies, a lot of actions on what ifs, all this kind of thing have got to be gone into. And even though these guys training all the time, they have to do specific training. And Lofty makes it interesting. He doesn't just, it's not like a military manual how to do it. He makes it interesting, puts a human side to it. And the second bit is where the guys go through unarmed combat and fitness training under the CQB instructor in Hereford. And really, you know, you can make notes on this to structure a class on how to train. And the exercises the guys go through are exactly the exercises that Lofty used to put our bodyguard bodyguard course trainees through. And it changed the way I trained. Previous to that, I was training hard, but it was more martial arts based fitness. And Lofty's highly intensive fitness regime, which is outlined in the book, is one I'm still using all the time because it never gets easy. So you go through those two phases, and then the guys go off, and it's a free fall insertion. Now Lofty was in at the beginning of tactical free fall in special forces in the UK, and he was actually part of the first ever free fall operation out in the Middle East. So it's a particular speciality of his. So the guys insert, and then things start going wrong, and it's down to this bit of magic kit that they've brought along with them. And then there's a big survival aspect. Then they've got to evade and make their way back to safety. And what Lofty has done is he's put a lot of survival information, tips, and also questions, and put a quiz in there. So it's kind of an interactive experience, the book. Another thing is the relationship between Lofty and the troop commander, which at first is kind of, it seems one way, you know, that the officer's not quite what you'd want, but it all changes later in the book, and it's really good. It's quite a revelation. And this was Lofty's first and so far only venture into fiction, and I really hope he does it again and writes another one, because he really has a talent for it. It's a book I enjoyed immensely, and it's right up there with any of the other top thriller writers.